Hello, true crimerers. This is the case of Marisa Maugeri. Viewer discretion is advised. This case occurred in 1989 here in Miami, Florida. Unfortunately, I don't have any background information on the victim, but the victim in this case was 30-year-old paralegal Marisa Maugeri. It was the day before Thanksgiving of 1989, and Marisa was out shopping with her sister. They went to a nearby Publix grocery store in Miami. When they were done shopping, Marisa walks out to the parking lot to go get into the car so she can pull it up to the front of the store where her sister and a bag boy were going to help load up groceries. When Marisa gets into her car, a silver van pulls up next to her. A younger man gets out of the van and approaches Marisa in the car, and he tries to yank the door open, but she's like, the door was locked, so she tries at that point to speed away from him. But the young man takes out a gun and fires it towards her car. He managed to get a shot through her eye, which went through her head. The man got into his silver van and sped away. Meanwhile, everyone's now rushing towards Marisa. They call an ambulance. By the time she gets to the hospital, however, she would be pronounced deceased. This is at a time before there were cameras in parking lots, so they didn't have any footage of the incident. Witnesses who were nearby said the man looked like a young boy, maybe teenagers, maybe early 20s, and was possibly Hispanic. But Marisa's murder would go unsolved for many, many years. It wasn't until 2003 when police in Miami, Florida finally got the tip they needed. And at the time, anonymous tipster would call police to report on something they knew about Marisa's case. This tipster told police that the ultimate motive this person had was purse snatching, robbery. The tipster gave this man's name to police, Thomas Pennington, who at the time the case occurred was just 15 years old. They also would confirm that he was driving a silver van in 1989. He lived in Miami, Florida, and they would charge him with first-degree murder. And he would end up basically confessing and pleading guilty to second-degree murder. For Marisa's murder, he got 20 years in prison, and that was in 2006, but that sentence won't start until he is finished with his other sentence, because back in 1995, he murdered a drug dealer and was sentenced to 15 years in prison for that. So once that sentence is over, he'll then begin the sentence of Marisa's case. It may have taken quite some time, and I don't know why the tipster didn't come forward any sooner than this, but they didn't. But in the end, at least we can say that Marisa got the justice she finally deserved.